To be quite honest with you, I never imagined myself as a 20-something-year-old. But I'm here now, and I want you to come with me as we try to navigate our 20s together. Welcome to these 20-somethings. What's up, my 20-somethings, and welcome back to yet another episode of These 20-somethings. I am your host, Lily the Creative, and today I come bearing really exciting news. So, today's episode is not only available on all audio platforms, however, we are back on YouTube. So, there is a visual version of this episode. If you feel like it, and if you feel like looking at my face, you can head over to my YouTube channel. It's Xolisile Khumalo. Make sure that you're subscribed, you share the link with your family and friends, and you make sure that the community grows. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. I am so excited for today's episode because it actually links quite well to the importance of community and why it is essential for each and every one of us, especially because we're in our 20s, to be part of a community. I think for me, this year has really shown me the importance of having community and having people who are genuinely in your circle, who are genuinely invested in your life as much as you're invested in their lives, and who are genuinely interested and willing to be part of, you cultivating whatever lifestyle or whatever life you want for yourself, in as much as you are going to be there for them as they try to cultivate whatever life they want for themselves, but just as long as your values are aligned. This year for me has been eye-opening in terms of that, and how important it is to pick people intentionally. Guys, we're not here for vibes. Hey, I think for me, I've never been a person who picks friends out of vibes. Genuinely, I've never. I've always been very intentional about the kind of people I keep in my circle and my friends. And I've been so fortunate to always meet people who have a genuine intention when it comes to me and what they want out of whatever relation we have, friendship. And obviously then that ties back to community and how we show up for each other. And another thing, I realized that I thrive so much in community when I arrived in the United States. And when I realized that this country doesn't have much community as we do back home. One thing I love about South Africa and about South Africans is our sense of community and how we show up for each other. And I just realized how much this country lacks community, and how much I thrive in community, and how much I'm but how much I'm having a hard time adjusting to this new environment that does not have so much community as we do back home. Today I was on a call with my friends, and we were just catching up, and we're just catching up, and because we've all been busy, guys. Adulting will make you realize that you actually need to schedule calls with your friends, because you can't just call each other anymore. It's not high school where you guys see each other every day. You have to be intentional in putting in the work in your friendships to make sure that they actually work out. So my friends and I were on a call today, and we're just speaking, venting, catching up. And I realized that in as much as you say you're friends with someone, you actually need to put in the work in that friendship. Friendships are so much like relationships. They need work, they need nurturing, they need, patience, they need love, they need gentleness. And you actively have to participate in ensuring that you have the friendships that you want, you have the community that you want, and it's up to you to create that. Life doesn't just happen, guys. You don't just get to have the things that you want if you're not gonna put in the work. I realized this year, right? This is what I realized this year, that you need to put in the work. It won't, nothing will just fall on your lap, guys. That is just not gonna happen. Life is not a fantasy. You put in the work to ensure that you get to live out the life that you want. And I've always seen friends, like I've always seen friends show up for each other and have like these cute moments and like holidays and like brunch and like, like friends who are just there for each other. And as I'm growing old, I'm realizing that no, man, like these things are built, like, hey, strong friendships are built from the same effort being put in, the same amount of, showing up for each other. And it's so important for you to lay out what you want in your friendships and what you want in the community that you're trying to build, so that you're able to be clear on your intentions and you are able to be clear on the type of energy you want to put out and what you're going to receive back. That for me has been the biggest lesson, that strong friendships and good friendships are worked towards, and not to say you're gonna meet someone who has bad intentions and then you're gonna change that person or work towards changing that person. But what I am saying is that to ensure that you guys have a strong and fruitful fruit, and to ensure that you guys have a strong and fruitful relationship and friendship, you put in the work. You listen to what your friends need and you give into that. And being on a call with my friends just reminded me of that. Like, I need to show up for my friends and I need to constantly check in as they check in also on me. And it's a two-way street. It's not like a one-way type of street. There are friendships that I've left because I felt as though, or I'm putting in the work and you not putting in the work. I remember when I was in varsity, there was this one friend that I really, really loved, and we started being friends during all week. And I remember I loved this girl, guys, and I still do. I have nothing against her, but I remember how much I would be the only one like pouring in, like asking her, oh, are you good? Or do you want to meet up? Or this or that? And I'll always go visit her at her place. And I would just always invite myself to her place and like invite myself to her things. And I just realized one day that like, this is not worth it. Like, I'm just giving so much of myself to this person and I love this person, but she's not doing the same for me. And I then removed myself, and she actually, after I removed myself, she actually never checked in on me ever. I think it's close to 2 years now I have not spoken to that girl, and I don't think anything bad happened between us. Like, there isn't any bad blood, but I guess we just outgrew each other. And I realized that I was pouring in so much into the friendship and she wasn't doing the same. And maybe I wasn't her cup of tea. Like, maybe I wasn't what she needed at the time in her life. And maybe I was good for like those couple of months where we were friends, and life just got in the way and we just grew apart. And it happens, it's okay. But I think what would have been nice from her part is her like just making me aware that like, I'm not feeling our vibe anymore. I'm not feeling our friendship anymore. And I'm going to pull away instead of me just constantly like, going after her, which in hindsight is like, why did you do that? So many times. But I don't regret it. I think I gave the friendship my best shot, and it's okay. People outgrow each other. It happens. It's life. We move on. We make space for new people. We make space for new experiences, and it's just the way it is, But with that being said, I do advocate for, open communication and friendships, and you not giving up on your friends, and you putting in the work to make sure that the friendships you have are for a lifetime, because we are in a space and a season and a generation where and we're in an age where we need genuine friends around us. Like, we're at an age where you can't do life alone. Like, you can't do life with just your boyfriend or your girlfriend, but you need friends, like genuine people who will show up for you when things go down. Like, this year I've been through the most, and I've had friends show up for me like in ways that like I'm forever be grateful for. And that's what I want for the rest of my life. I want to have friends who are going to show up for me, because I know I'm that type of friend that will show up for my friends whenever they need me to. And I try my best. I try my best to show up for my friends when they need me to. So I just really want to emphasize on the fact that build friendships with people who want to build friendships with you. Don't build friendships on vibes, guys. Don't build friendships just because, jiva nonge on Saturday and whatever. Yes, friends are, there to have fun with, but also, like, life happens and there will be times where you genuinely need people who are going to be down for you, and not just for the fun times, but also for the times where you're just going through it. Do you get what I'm saying? And that is so important. So, if anything, learn to be very intentional on your friendships. Be around people who are going to be there for you and who are going to show up for you and who have your best interest at heart. Build strong communities with your people. You need community. You can't thrive alone. You need people. You need a community. And it is again so much your responsibility to ensure that you build the community that you want and how you want it. You get to decide. It's like you've been given a blank canvas and you have the power to decide what you fill that canvas with. And I genuinely hope that you guys build strong communities. That is the end. That is the end of today's episode. But as always, I really hope that you take what you need from today's episode, and this episode finds you right when you need to hear it the most. I hope that with the year coming to an end and we entering into a new year, building strong communities is gonna be part of your New Year's resolutions, and just cultivating those experiences with your friends, those healthy experiences with your friends for yourself, is part of something that you want for you. Because I know that's what I want for me. I know I want to cultivate a strong community for this channel, for this podcast, and just for my life in general, So I really hope that this episode has helped you in some way. And don't forget to connect with me. Comment down below. Follow us on our social media platforms. Subscribe. Share the link. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.